Let's take a look at some of the most intriguing video game concepts that have provoked the most conflicting reactions from their fans. Fans of the game business are very active people that closely follow developer news, share their own accomplishments, give advice, and vigorously analyze events that have occurred. They can operate as a cohesive front to sue huge corporations and resolve conflicts with their own community. The latter are more common when a project with a lot of ambiguity is born. Some members of the audience may enjoy the game and proclaim its virtues everywhere. Others will despise the same work and attempt to explain their position. Fortunately, such disagreements between gamers never progress beyond heated conversations on the network, but the phenomena itself is intriguing. In this context, we drew attention to games that elicited both love and hate from users. Surprisingly, half of the projects on the list are of outstanding quality. At number 7, The Last Guardian. The adorable puzzle adventure has been stuck in development for a heck of a long time. She was exposed to numerous alterations which were reflected in the final product's quality. When The Last Guardian was released, everyone began moaning about the game's horrible controls, incorrect camera behavior, bugs, and weakness in puzzles. At the same time, the project captivated with its proven style, wonderful musical accompaniment, and the appearance of Trico, a big animal that serves as the protagonist's buddy. The thing fell in love with itself as if it were a pet. To continue with Trico for a longer period of time, users had to control the rage that practically every gameplay feature induced. At number 6, Fallout 4. Fallout's early portions were regarded by the community for being clean RPGs set in a well-developed post-apocalyptic world. They have complete control over their actions, a decision with repercussions, an interesting plot, and so on. However, when Bethesda acquired the rights to the franchise, the trajectory of its development shifted. Fallout 3 has evolved into action RPG, with only one name remaining in the 4th section of the role-playing aspects. There was no role-playing aside from leveling and disgustingly scripted dialogues. As a result, some users and old fans are enraged with Fallout 4. Meanwhile, other players distanced themselves from the initiative and attempted to view it as an independent endeavor. And this strategy has paid off, as the game has implemented a number of intriguing solutions. As a result, the second segment of the community regards Fallout 4 as a masterpiece. At number 5, Diablo 3. Diablo 3 was intended to be a natural continuation of the previous entries, dark, tough, and enjoyable. And upon publication, it was discovered that, of all the epithets mentioned, only the last one is appropriate for describing the third portion. If users focused on the plot, leveling, discovering goods, and making assemblies for the heroes, the game drew a lot of attention. However, this was insufficient to overcome the game's shortcomings. Diablo 3 made people feel horrible because of its disgusting technological execution, an auction that ruined the economy, and unnecessarily showy aesthetic. Later, the creators connected some of the project's issues, but it was still not a suitable heir to its forefathers. At number 4, Death Stranding. During his Death Stranding marketing campaign, Hideo Kojima went beyond the secrecy and intrigue. He piqued the interest of followers of the famous creator who expected to see him dream game, which he called a Strand-type game. As a result, we have an innovative and unconventional project that cannot be liked by everyone. Unjustified expectations have caused many users to despise Death Stranding and label it as a complete failure. Others approached the game with caution and discovered a plethora of unique solutions and fascinating concepts. They enjoyed wandering the ruined landscape, cautiously sneaking past the beasts, and monitoring the integrity of delivering cargo, and interacting with other users via a novel social system. Death Stranding has split the community in half, and the debate continues to this day on a Strand-type game. At number 3, Fallout 76. Anyone who reads gaming news on a regular basis is aware of Fallout 76's flaws. Bugs, malfunctions, a lack of content, an odd PvP system. These and many other issues led to a mound of criticism heaped on Bethesda's latest studio projects. However, there were other players who enjoyed themselves in the game, collecting loot, constructing camps, and assisting others in the development. They made every effort to engage with the devs and highlight the most critical faults in Fallout 76. And now, after numerous updates, the project can be cautiously proposed for assessment. True, not all users have transformed their rage into mercy. Many people still despise Fallout 76 and Bethesda for how they handled the classic game. At number 2, Mafia 3. Mafia 3 was heavily criticized at its initial release for having an excessive amount of grind and plethora of tedious activities that discourage players from wanting to finish the game. However, after a few years, the screams died down and evaluations from other users began to appear often on the internet. They loved the third installment of the series because it was well produced, surprised them with high quality screensavers, and accurately depicted the growth of the primary characters' relationships. This is how it turned out that Mafia 3 is not an outright failure, as some disgruntled fans said, but rather just another contentious game. And at number 1, The Last of Us Part 3. And here's the rating winner, who last summer raised the total temperature of the internet by several degrees all at once. even the people from the outside sector came to witness, resulting in the last massive controversy. The reason for this is that the Naughty Dog developed a scandalous and highly contentious plot in The Last of Us Part 2, complete with surprising turns that no one expected. The rest of the project's aspects were, at best, implemented well, albeit the refinement of numerous details in TLOU 2 frequently drew praise. There was a stark difference between the tale and the rest of the game. The endeavor either brought him to tears of delight or made him genuinely loathe with every fiber of his soul. Many people experienced an emotional swing just like that. We hope you liked the video. Thanks so much for watching till the end, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.